You want to know a good way to lose a bunch of money? Spend it on fixing up your home the wrong way before you put it on the market. A lot of people selling their home, they think that replacing their roof or their windows or getting that brand new HVAC system, even replacing a water heater is going to increase the value of their home significantly. And sometimes they end up spending tens of thousands of dollars right before going to market, expecting to not only get their money back, but to get a huge return. But look, that's not how it works. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain which major home repairs usually do not increase the value dollar for dollar before selling, and how to avoid overinvesting in the wrong things just before you move. Hi, again, I'm Mike Winter. I'm a local real estate broker helping people in North San Diego County. And a question that every single home seller asks me is, what should I do? What should I invest in my home before we list it for sale? A lot of homeowners, they confuse maintenance items with upgrades, and they're just not the same thing. A remodeled kitchen, well, that can create some emotional excitement for buyers, but a working roof, buyers expect that to be working anyway. You see, the things like a roof and even the plumbing and the electrical, they're not sexy, and buyers are expecting them to work anyway. It's hard to really get some sizzle out of those things. In 25 years of selling real estate, I've never had a buyer call me up and say, I found this home with an amazing roof. To be honest, these things do need to work well. You do have to have a functioning roof and a water heater and all of these things, but sellers need to understand that a dollar invested in making these things work correctly is not mean that the value of your home goes up. Replacing things like roofs, windows, your air conditioner and heating system, water heater, your garbage disposal, even electrical panels and some plumbing. These things don't cause a buyer to want to offer you more than market value for the home. They expect these things to be working. I just need sellers to understand that investing money in these things isn't going to 5x their investment. Now, this doesn't mean we don't invest in the home before we put it on the market. What it means is you need to prioritize correctly so that you're putting the right amount of money in the right places. Some of those are necessary items, and some of those are items that can bring in more value. When I'm advising my clients, the number one thing I tell them to look at are the health and safety things that are going on, like smoke alarms and just whether railing over decks is safe. That's important stuff. The reason these things have to be done is because when a buyer does an inspection of the home and it comes up that these things are undone or they're incorrect, they're going to make you pay. Besides making sure that your systems are functioning correctly, you want to make sure that you're not over improving the property for the neighborhood that you're in. You need to know who your potential buyer is. No matter what, you want to make sure that the home is going to present well. And that's money well spent, making sure that the home has great curb appeal. So look, I could spend a bunch of time right now telling you the best improvements you could make for your interior, your exterior. But the fact of the matter is that for each home, it's pretty different. And my method is to take a really close look at what's your competition? What other homes are for sale in your neighborhood? If they all are not well done, they're not improved, they're not fixed up, then you don't really need to fix yours up much either. On the other hand, if every other home for sale in your neighborhood has been done to the nines, well, if you want to compete with them, you're going to have to get in the ring and play. But no matter what's going on with the competition, the home's got to be clean, right? The front should look nice when you drive up. It's really a great idea to stage the home so that people can get an idea of what it's like to live there. These are things that no matter what, you've got to dial in. Clean up evidence of any past repairs that have been solved and resolved. Make sure that the home is clean, something that somebody could imagine themselves living in. And lastly, making it as comfortable as possible. So here's the bottom line. From my perspective, before you spend any money on a home, you ought to consult with somebody that does this regularly so that they give you some good ideas about where to spend money and where to not spend money. If you or someone you know is thinking of selling a home, I would love to consult with them and help them understand how to maximize the value of their home once it goes on the market. I'm Mike Winter. Feel free to give me a call anytime.